I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Hunter, and this is the Family Showdown!
Let's go anticipated games. I like the dog looking out into the snowscape because it's kind of like today. Except we have ice.
It is kind of like today.
The ice-scape.
All right, folks. Sorry we're running a little late. This took way longer to put together. I budgeted like an hour to do this. It took more than an hour. So
you're good.
It is what it is. So what we're doing is instead of doing 2 videos this year of looking back at last year's anticipated and doing this year's anticipated, I'm merging them all into one.
Ooh, a sandwich.
So we're going to zip through last year's list and update you on what I feel about them, whether they came in, whether we played them or not. And then we'll go through this year's, the 2023 list. Last year I did 26. I was very ambitious.
Well, there was a lot to look forward to also.
This year I'm doing 11. So that
well, that's fine because well, I'm sure you'll explain, but it seems like things aren't happening on time and everything else. So it's, I don't know, I'd be kind of leery to be too excited. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. All right. So let's jump right in to last year's list. I'm doing these in chunks because there's 26 of them. So
chunk.
We'll start with the first chunk. So my 26 to 21, we're going to pop that into the bottom of the screen. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that. All right. So my number 26 last year was Foundations of Rome. Foundations of Rome. So we've played that one several times. We own it.
Foundations of Awesomeness.
It is a really good game. It is
ginormous.
It was underrated because when I put this on my list last year, I was thinking, okay, light game with crazy production. How does that work? That's why it's so down low, but it works. It's like
it's so good.
It's really good. So that one was a good choice, but way too low for this list. 25, Star Trek Missions. You own that game as well. That's the Star Trek retheming of Fantasy Realms. We love that version.
Yep.
It's been panned by some, but
you know what? Hashtag Tom Vassell doesn't like fun. Hashtag Tom Vassell doesn't know Star Trek. Hashtag Tom Vassell hates Star Trek.
Hater. Hey, don't name names.
What? Bring it, Tom.
Don't bring names. Star Trek Mission. So it's a retheming of,
it's fun,
like I said, Fantasy Realms. It's a light little card game. It's a hand management kind of game where you're trying to build the best hand of cards that combo off each other. A lot of people don't like the Star Trek one because there's no base value to the cards. So in Fantasy Realms, a card may be worth 20 points plus or minus depending on what other cards you have in your hand. This one's, the cards have no points.
Right.
It's all on combos. It's all built on the combos. So you got to think a little harder. It's a little tougher.
We have to think?
My number 24 is Azul's Queen's Garden, which is the fourth version of Azul. Yes. We had an opportunity to play it. We just never got around to playing it. So, haven't played it. Azul's Queen Garden. I'm not really.
We're kind of like Azuled out.
We're cooling on Azul a little bit, so I'm not in any hurry to get that one played.
Well, the variants have decreased in their greatness. I mean, it's like they peaked at Stained Glass of Sintra. I'm not wrong. Oh, that's just me. And you, too, apparently.
Yep. My number 23 is Founders of Teotihuacan.
Founders?
Yeah, it's a lighter kind of homage to Teotihuacan, but it's not anything like it. So I thought it was just a different version or something like that. It's not what I expected it to be. So I've never played it. I haven't got around to playing it. So, did not play Founders of Teotihuacan. Move on to number 22, Dice Realms. This is the dice crafting game by Tom Lehman, I believe it is. I haven't had a chance to play it. I want to get it played. It's not one that I necessarily want to buy, but I would like to try it.
Yeah, we definitely want to play it.
So that's my number 22 for last time. And the last one for this little chunk is Bitoku. We just got this one played. We own it. It is amazing. It's a great game, but it is a beast to set up. It is such a beast to set up that it's board game inertia, I call it. You reach for that game and
You're
you
like,
reach for the one next to it because it's a little bit of a time sink in terms of setting up, learning to play, getting it played.
It is for sure.
But it's a great game.
It's a great game. I agree.
All
I like this. I like this so far.
Let's move on.
Right. Nathan gets suspicious of the games with those titles. Yeah, because it's like, what are you doing with it?
All right, let's move on. The next chunk. Number 20 is Gutenberg. We love us some Gutenberg.
Love that game.
Criminally underrated
at
number 20, but I didn't know what it was about. And it's a Portal game, which we've had experiences with Portal games in their rulebook. So,
yes.
But this one does not suffer from that.
No, it's fantastic.
It's a great game. It's one of our faves. It'll be high up on our combined top 100.
It will, because it was my what? What did I say it was? 30.
Hey, spoilers.
What? They already saw my top 100. If you haven't, shame. But no, it's high.
It's like 14, 15, 13.
Oh yeah, it is. It's 13.
Yeah.
Like rocking it up. It's got like so many elements that I just love in a board game. It's like hit all the boxes.
It's a great little game. It's a kind of a action selection,
medium weight. It's not
contract
not
development
heavy.
kind of game.
It's medium weight.
It's a good one.
I love it.
Let's move on. Number 19, the Transcontinental. This is a heavy train.
Oh geez.
Game delivering, building.
Are you actually building like meeting across the United States?
What you're doing is there's a train is moving across the U.S. and you're interacting with cities as it goes by, and then it gets to the end and it comes back. So it goes back and forth, and you build out further and further. In the
track. So you are trying to actually make the Transcontinental Railroad.
Super heavy game. I've heard very mixed reviews. Oh. It's one I would like to play, but I haven't got a chance to play.
Oh, on my hat? It's a bear, and it says Victoria, Canada, and I think I have a little Canadian maple leaf on it.
It's from our Board Game Geek Alaska cruise.
Yeah, we took
stopped off at Victoria, Canada.
Oh my gosh. Fell in love with that place so much.
Next up is, I got Marrakesh down there, if you can see. It's part of the Steffenfeld City Collection. It's fulfilling. We just haven't got our copies yet. It's kind of coming in waves. You're going to get the 3 reprints and Marrakesh in the first wave.
Okay.
The reprints of Bruges, Macau, and Rialto.
Ooh,
as well as the new we purchased effectively 6 games. But we haven't got our copy yet. Yep. So we haven't played it.
It's a happening.
And it says no data and we're spinning. I don't know. Maybe it was we may have lagged there. I don't know if that was just us or what it was. But anyway, shows
not
lag.
The ice. Stay back, ice.
I know. Yeah, it is in the 20s and iced over in Texas.
And y'all know what that means.
Well,
power
Texas
outages.
we're in. All right. Move on to my number 17, Flamecraft. This is a light little family weight, lovely worker placement game with beautiful art. We have it. We enjoy it. It's a little light for me. It's probably not going to hit in my top games, but I do like playing it. She loves it.
I was going to say, now, you are kind of like me on it, but this is not your cup of tea, so to speak. However, this one hit big with the fam. The art sucked everybody in.
Yeah, cute little dragon art.
It's got a cute little gameplay with it because, they're working in the shop and you get to go to the different shops and everything. And so I might pull my little video game nerds back into board games a little bit with this one. Like, they actually came out and played games. Like, yeah, that was a big hit. So, absolutely adorable. It was Nathan's saying it too. It was lighter than I anticipated, but I'm kind of okay with it. Because I think it's going to be easier to pull people into play.
All right. So. Let's move on. Number 16, The Forest of Pangaea. We just played this one recently. We played it live, in fact. Did we play it live?
Did we play it live? We should play it live.
Did we play it live?
Did we play Pangaea?
Yeah, we played it live.
I think we played that one live.
We played it live. We enjoyed it.
It
didn't blow me away, but it was a good game.
I liked it. I liked it.
She enjoyed it quite a bit.
I did.
I thought it was good. It didn't blow me away, but it was good. All right, that's it for this chunk.
That was a good game.
Move on to the next chunk.
Go watch that game.
Here's the next chunk. Next chunk. We've got Hegemony. It's got a subtitle. I can't think of the name of it. Hegemony is not fulfilled yet. It was a Kickstarter. We haven't got it yet. It's something to do with classes. So you have the working class working with the administrative class working with the political thing. It's a class interaction political type game. It's
Clash of Class?
Class, like working class.
I know.
rich
Never.
social. It has names for all the
Probably
different
have.
classes, but it's actually written by political science professors. It's very no, it's
Yawn.
it's very. It's one of those where stuff that I do helps you and then stuff you do helps me, and it's it's not cooperative.
Okay.
But the classes do work together, right? So if it's very much it's got some educational undertones to it, but it's very much a very interactive, competitive game. I thought it was very interesting, and it comes with a book that shows how all the political science behind how they designed the game. So my political science nerdiness came out.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna have to convince me on that one.
It's a good one. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. My number 14, Meeples and Monsters.
Oh, Meeples and Monsters? What? Were you giving me a look? Meeples and Monsters is awesome. I love that game. In fact, that's on we're playing that next. In fact, I'm going to try to con you into playing that. What's tomorrow? Yeah, I have another ice day tomorrow.
Meeples and Monsters. We enjoyed it both. We played that one live as well. So check that one out. We enjoyed it. She loves it a lot more than I do, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. My number 13, Hippocrates.
Ooh, Hippocrates.
I love this one. I
like it.
Should watch my top 100. You may learn more about it.
Ooh, that sounds like
I really enjoyed that one. It's a good one. I like the drafting mechanism in this game. I love the tile placement and the puzzle of the interaction of the doctors with the patients and getting the medicines you need to cure people, and the drafting and the resources are so tight. And
I kind of like the weird little almost like network you build too, because you can actually use 2 or more doctors to fix a problem.
A lot of them have to.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting that going into the game because it sounded like it was just a one-on-one kind of thing, but it was cool. They kind of network.
Yeah, the doctors are little hexes, I want to say.
Yeah,
little hex tiles, and then the patients are little rectangles, and you connect it. You make chains.
Yeah, and it was cool because you can kind of do 2 things at once too, because then the doctors are both getting work, and I don't know. It was kind of a neat little puzzle that way. It was a nice surprise. All right,
number 12 from last year was Distilled. I really want to play this one. I'm like,
yeah, it looks cool.
Want it fulfilled? Please fulfill. It just hasn't been fulfilled yet. He's suffering from pandemic and production issues and stuff like that. But it looks really cool. I love the card. It's almost got a pressure luck aspect to the game. So it's kind of a little mini deck builder. You have a little deck of ingredients, and you're only going to draw so many cards out of that deck, but you need certain ingredients to be able to produce what you want to produce. Mm-hmm. So you pile the ingredients you want in your deck, but of the ones you draw, you have to get the right combo.
So, dang.
So like maybe you need a certain 3 different ingredients, and you want to draw all 3 and maybe out of 5 cards.
Right.
So how do you build your little pile to assure you that you're going to get those? You're going to have some duds in there that are going to. It's interesting to me. So
that sounds like it's going to be fun.
But you're basically making different types of liquors, distilled, and spirits, I guess is the proper term. Different types of spirits, and you're going to sell those and blah, blah, blah. All right. Let's move on to my number 11, John Company 2nd Edition. One of the worst games I've played in a long, long time. It's just not my kind of game. It's brutally mean and very long and heavy, which is a bad combination.
It's a little too realistic.
Yeah, it's brutally mean, long and heavy, which is I like long and heavy games. I like mean games, but I would prefer my mean games to be shorter games. Unless it's like a combat game. That's a different. This is almost like it's really
a heavy dose of reality.
It reminds me a little bit of like Dead of Winter, where one person can just
work so hard, right?
One person can just throw a wrench into everything and mess it up for everyone, just to mess it up for everyone.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not a fan of this one because you just be like, we all agree on doing a bunch of stuff, and I'm the officer in charge of setting out the ships or whatever. We're like, well, if you do this and that, the ships and everything, and I'm like, so it comes to my turn to do that, and I'd be like, no.
Yeah, and just
I could just do that, and nothing would happen.
The company sinks, and
everybody fails, and I'm like, what's so fun about that? And then you build up and do all this stuff, and then you kind of roll dice, and then the ship could just sink.
Yeah.
Yay!
Not my kind of game.
It was just woo.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that part, and it's crazy random too.
Yeah, it's just woof.
All right.
Nope.
Let's move on to my next chunk. My 10 to 6. So my number 10 is Mosaic. We love Mosaic. I think I love it more than she does.
It's pretty.
I bet she enjoys it quite a bit. It's a civ game, area control, lots of superpower card draft technologies and make your abilities more powerful. Area control, there's a little bit of attacking, but it's very minor. It's like you play a card and kill a troop or something. It's not.
Well, and I was gonna say it doesn't feel like the area control is super aggressive. It's interesting. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I like the way they attacked it. However, what angle they took for it.
Right.
It was really good.
Anyway, Mosaic. It was a good one. It's one of my faves of last year.
It was a good one.
All right, number 9. Number 9 is Scarface. It hasn't fulfilled yet. I'm really looking forward to this one. This one's kind of like Distilled. I've been itching to get this played. You're leading a mob gang in the 20s, and you're going out and doing mob stuff and building up your gang and increasing your skills and influences and all sorts of stuff. It looks really fun. It's area control. It's been so long since I put it on my list. I forgot a lot about it.
What is the other one that we always play? Oh, The Godfather. Oh my gosh, if it's anything like The Godfather at all, I'm going to love it.
It probably has similar feel, but it's a very different game.
Okay, that's fair.
All right.
I'm looking forward to that.
I haven't fulfilled yet. Waiting for it to fulfill. My number 8 is Orenburger Canal. Oren something. I
can't see that.
I don't know the proper pronunciation. Orenburger. That's what I'm going to say. You can't read that.
No, I cannot. Yours is one of the few handwritings.
This is the latest Uwe Rosenberg game.
Oh,
heavy game. We haven't got it here in the U.S. yet. I think it's out in Europe. It just hasn't made it.
Orange Burgers, yes.
It has not made its way to the U.S. yet. So looking forward to it, but haven't played it yet.
Nice.
My number 7 is Boone Lake. This is this is our, along with Meeples and Monsters, our next next games to play because we're itching to play. We really enjoyed it. We played it the once, and we have not circled back to it again.
And we know we loved it, but we don't remember.
I enjoyed it a lot. I really like the action selection system.
I did too.
Basically, you have a kind of a tiers of actions, and you pick one, and the ones up at the top give you the action you want, but it also gives you movement. Higher up, the more movement points you have. But when someone selects that action, it goes down to the bottom of the list. And now it stinks so you have to kind of change up what you're doing. It's kind of reminds me a little bit of Arc Nova in the fact that if you do an action and it's really powerful, it becomes very weak. It's similar to that.
It seems like there's been several games as of late that are using that mechanism really well, and this was one of them.
Right.
And that's about all I remember about the game.
You're going out there exploring, you're setting up settlements, you're upgrading,
going on.
You're upgrading to cities and things like that. There's a cool little thing up at the top where the boat movement thing. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot, and we need to play.
But we haven't played it since we got it. Played it once. Haven't circled back.
So we will be circling back.
My number 6 is Autobahn. This is a big heavy Euro game about the Autobahn.
Sweet.
But it hasn't made it to the U.S. I think it's out again. Another one I think it's out in Europe right now, but it's not. Hadn't made it to the United States yet.
Anybody played it? Let us know.
I didn't back it. If it was on Kickstarter, I can't remember if it was on Kickstarter, but I did want to get it played. It looks like a fun little heavy Euro game.
Cool.
That's it for that chunk. Let's move on to the last chunk. The top 5. Dun dun dun. Number 5, Wayfarers of the South Tigris.
Oh yeah.
We have that. We love it. Look for it high up on my top 100 list. I really enjoyed it. It's not spoilers. It's not my favorite of those raiders and paladins and architects.
Interesting.
But it's very close to my favorite. Very close to my favorite.
I will tell you, it might be my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it came after my list, so it's not going to be on my top 100 or anything like that. But it was a really good game. It's heavier to me. It feels more.
It's got a lot going on.
Not convoluted, but kind of. It's much more. I don't know. Interconnected with, the repercussions of what you do and how they interact with other parts of the game. I feel like that it's a little more dense in that way than the other games. Maybe that's just me, but that's what I think. I don't know. So.
All right, my number 4 is Tilatum.
Well, looky here.
I usually say Tiletum, but
I'm so proud.
I just said it right.
I'm so proud.
Purpose. What's funny is I have not played yet here. We just played it.
We did, and it's so good.
It is really good.
Oh, it's my favorite tea game.
It's her
I'm
favorite
just gonna
tea
tell you,
game.
Straight up.
It's
my favorite tea game.
not my favorite tea game, but it's near the top of the pack. So
no pearls to clutch.
I really enjoyed it. Rebecca friggin' loved it. She loved it. Loved it. So
yes.
So I guess it lived up to number 4.
So yeah, Families Plays Games. I remember them talking about how much they loved it at the convention and stuff. And I was like, ooh, I really want to play this. And I'm like, you guys were so right! Because I'm like, I love it. I really like, I don't know, I felt like I got it too when we started playing it. Like, it was really,
she rock and rolled.
It was a fun one. That one was a fun one for me.
She spanked me. Well, it wasn't a total spanking, but she beat me pretty good.
I did whoopee sound.
All right, my number 3 is Horseless Carriage. It's another one that's just came out in Europe. It's making its way to the U.S. I think it's being fulfilled soon. I watched a How to Play video from, what's the guy's name? Games in a Nutshell or something like that?
No, it begins with an N. It's like
No, Games in a Nutshell is the name of the channel.
Oh, I don't know.
Games in a Nutshell? You guys help me out in chat. Anyway, I watched How to Play. And Rebecca fell asleep during it. So
what?
It's the one that looked like a spreadsheet.
Oh, that's all you, man. Yeah, enjoy. Hope there's a solo. Woo!
It's very stark. Like all the Splotter games, it's very
stark. It's a Splotter too, and then it's
But it's very much about supply and demand and
zooks me. I'm not
getting new. It's basically building the early automobiles. So it's getting developments like brakes and lights and all sorts of weird stuff on it and stuff like that.
Sarah's pointed out too, what we discovered when you were watching that video is that it's a 3 minimum player, and Hunter's like, mistakes were made.
I did not realize it was 3 players.
And so now Hunter's going to have to play 3 people's turns. Oh, I'm just kidding.
So that's maybe for sale before I even open it.
I'll play with you. I will give it a shot.
Horseless Carriage.
I'm not making any guarantees on that one.
My number 2 is Terracotta Army.
Oh, that's a good game.
We played this.
That's a good game. Another tea game.
What?
It's another tea game,
right? It is another tea game.
Okay.
We played this one at Dice Tower East.
No, actually, you did.
I did.
To play it first.
That's right.
But you were like, we gotta play this.
I played with some rando people from another board game channel.
Yeah.
I forget what the channel they are, but it was me and 3 people from another board game channel. We played it, and I loved it.
We had to make plans, Nathan.
And we got it. I bought it at Gen Con. I love it. It may or may not be my favorite tea game.
Really?
You have to watch my top 100 to find out.
You do like that a lot. I didn't think about that.
Art Nova. I mean, not Art Nova. We're moving on. Terracotta Army. I loved that game quite a bit. It's really good. My number 1 is Art Nova. This was all the hotness last year and end of 2021, heading into 2022.
Okay.
Most people didn't get it until 2022. It was all the hotness, all the rage. It's rocketing up the top 100 on Board Game Geek. I love it, but I don't love it. I don't think it's the best game ever.
Man, I know everyone's
it's really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
She's kind of meh on it.
I just think it got way overhyped.
I think it's way overhyped for what it is.
It's like people weren't playing that kind of board games and all of a sudden got introduced to it or something, and then they're like, wow! And I'm like, guys, there's literally all these other games out there that do really cool things similarly.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I don't know, it was good. It's really good.
It's in my top 100 somewhere, I'm sure.
Don't send me hate.
But it's not the best game of all time.
No, it's good, and it's fun, but...
Sorry,
I like games more.
But I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was good. There you go. That was a look back.
This is my
That was a look back at last year. 26 games in I don't know how many minutes.
Yeah, Harris is the same thing.
How many minutes?
I don't know. Why do you want
about
me to
26
read that?
minutes.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the new games. The 2023 anticipated
now
list.
I'm intrigued because
11 games. Rebecca has no idea what's on this list.
No clue. So I am
11
very excited.
Games.
Okay.
The wet my whistle, as they used to say back in the 1800s.
Were you there?
I may have been. May or may not have been there. All right. Let me get the right spot here. All right. My number 11 is...
Ready.
Let's see what it is.
Ready.
Number 11 is Maple Valley.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
So Maple Valley is the spiritual successor to Creature Comforts. Creature Comforts was a dice placement game, worker placement game. This one is worker movement. So you're moving around a board, taking different actions. You're little forest creatures preparing for a big party at the end of the day. So you're scurrying about gathering up goods and things to set up for the little party. Basically, it's contract fulfillment. There's all these different contracts you're trying to gather goods for. You can contribute. So it's like maybe you need some berries and some ribbon or whatever, and you say, okay, I've got the berries. Boom, I'll contribute to that. And so it's contract fulfillment. You run around the board doing all sorts of things. You're getting abilities to move differently and quicker. You have different workers. You get animal companions that join you. It's like, hey, Bob, you need to help me out. I need to go get some berries. And he'll help you scurry off and get your stuff for you. And you build up a little crew of people that are gathering the stuff for you. Looks like another great little family weight game along the lines of Creature Comfort. So.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hello, Underground. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Creature Comforts was probably Nessa's favorite game last year.
Probably.
And I think it's an adorable game. I like the way it works. I feel like it's got a good game there too. Plus the adorable art and the pieces and the production. Everything's really good and solid with this. And just with that precedent, looking at Maple Valley, what's not to like about that? Like, A+. I'm so excited.
We all end that Kickstarter because Feature Comfort was a super hit. All right, let me. I gotta work my way back because I'm doing so many buttons. All right, I think I'm in the right spot now.
You're good.
All right, my number 10. This one I did not was not on my radar. I did a little research for this list, and this one popped up. It's if anyone, Kabuki Kid not in the chat, or she would probably speak to this. If anyone's played Car Wars back in the day, where you're driving around and you're like shooting guns and blowing each other up,
that sounds fun.
You might like Thunder Road Vendetta.
What? That sounds great.
So it's a re-implementation of Thunder Road. Restoration Games is making this, and you're basically cars racing across wherever America, I guess, the Thunder Road, and you're like shooting each other, blowing each other up, and fighting and stuff.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
This looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. You're the talky bits.
Dog needs in. So Thunder Road Vendetta, Restoration Games has a really good track record with us in terms of liking games. And I played Car Wars way back in the day in college, and it was a blast, just blowing each other up and doing all sorts of craziness. So it looks like it's going to be fun. Thunder Road Vendetta. There you go. That's my number 10. Number 9. Right here, number 9. Number 9.
Babushka.
My number 9 is Earth. So I don't know a lot about this one, but this is
What's this?
This is one that I think Rebecca will like because it is a nature-themed engine building game.
What?
So you're basically, I think you're getting cards. It's a lot like, reminds me a little bit of Terraforming Mars in terms of the card play. You're playing cards down, and then they interact with the cards around them. So you might get some creature that gets bonuses if other types of creatures are around it and things like that. So I don't know a lot about this one, but I know she likes engine building. She loves nature theme, so I had to throw this on the list.
Dude, that sounds great. When's this supposed to come out?
I don't know. It's a Kickstarter, so who knows? Kickstarter, who knows? All right. Let's move on to my number 8. Number 8 is Wet Dog.
Wet Dog.
Number 8 is Age of Rome. I may be playing to the crowd here by picking this one. Age of Rome. This is a city building game, Roman themed city building game. What really kind of caught my eye is when you upgrade your little buildings, there's these clear overlays. So instead of putting a new tile down, you overlay a clear acrylic thing that changes what the buildings do. So it's a little plastic, I guess, or acrylic or plastic overlays that go over the little buildings that give it additional bonuses and stuff. And these can stack up and stuff. Something like that. It looked really cool. Roman. We like city building games, Roman theme, and it's got a gimmick, so it's going to interest me. The next one's not going to interest you.
I'm intrigued.
The next one will not interest you.
Okay.
My number 7 is Ooh, that's the wrong 7. How about this 7? East India Companies.
Is this John Company's successor?
I'm a little weary of the company's games at this point. But this is a pick up and deliver game. So basically, what?
Well, yeah, but Soder was supposed to pick up and deliver stuff in John Company too, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, the ship sank.
So you're one of the East India companies. You're going out and picking up goods, delivering them. But it also has a stock market thing going on. So you can invest in different companies. You invest in your company. You invest in other people's companies. Stock market, pick up, deliver.
This sounds wonderful. You would love this.
It does sound like I love it. That's why it's on my list.
I will withhold judgment until we play it.
East India companies. So it looks cool. The components look really good. It looks like a good production. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Number 6.
Okay.
Number 6 is Darwin's Journey.
Oh, I think
we kickstarted this like 40 years ago.
It feels like I was like, you showed me.
But they actually said it was coming out this year, so
really?
We knew it was going to take a long time.
I remember the video thingy for this vaguely, and it was
Darwin's Journey. So this is a worker placement game. But what's cool is you can upgrade your workers. So basically, you have crappy workers to start out with. You do some training, and they get better and better and better at what they do. So it's upgradable workers, which is really. I really enjoy games that have that. So it's a choice. Do I do other things, or do I make my workers more powerful? So it's really cool.
Okay.
You're doing Darwin's Journey. You're traveling through the islands and discovering things and writing theses and proving and disproving things. Theses. What'd you say?
Theses.
That sounds bad. Let's not say that again. Darwin's Journey, this one's maybe my oldest unfulfilled Kickstarter at this point.
Yeah, because gosh, how long ago was that for real? I mean, it feels like...
But they said early on, either at the start of the Kickstarter or really early into it, that it was going to be way delayed. So
well, at least they knew that up front. That's good.
All right. That's my number 6. Move on to my number 5. Number 5 is Scholars of the South Tigris. Because you know they come in sets of 3.
Uh-huh.
So the next one in the series coming out this year, Scholars of the South Tigris. I don't know anything about it. It's more dice stuff.
I was going to say...
I think it's a dice placement game. It's dice driven.
Don't care. They have excellent records. This is
there was
a plus. This is a good one.
Wayfarers of the South Tigris. This is the second in the series, Scholars of the South Tigris. So, looking forward to trying that one out.
I'm ready.
Not much more to say about that dice. I don't know. We don't know that much about it. It's dice placement. I know that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. If it's anything like the other one, we love that one.
It's so good.
Scholars of the South Tigris. All right. Number 4. Number 4 is Unconscious Mind. This is getting all the buzz.
Oh, man.
It's getting all the buzz and some of the other people's buzz. It's the one that's buzzing.
That worries me. Please don't overhype this game.
The production looks off. The production is off the charts. The art is off the charts. It's got a very interesting concept. So basically, you are a psychiatrist. What's the right word? Not psychiatrist.
Psychologist?
Psychologist. And you're doing all these studies and stuff. And there's 2 artists, 2 the big hitter, Andrew Bosley and Vincent Dutrait art.
Ooh,
so one of them is doing the real world art, like the
more realistic stuff.
And the other one is doing the dream world art, your dreams that you're exploring and stuff like that. So there's two of the big heavy hitter artists are doing halvesies of the games. It looks beautiful. The production looks off the charts. I may or may not spend way too much money on this game.
You think I'm a sucker for the art.
And on top of all that, it's a great Euro game, supposedly. We'll see. But yeah, that is...
I'm looking for it.
I'm
looking for it.
Going to be a good one. But it's getting all the buzz because of the art. I mean, you can kind of tell from the cover. Let's see if I can...
Oh, the cover, like the two-fold. That's right.
See if I can show you. Make it cover me up. You don't need to see me, right? So look at the art.
Oh, okay. The background versus the foreground.
The top is one artist, and the bottom is the other artist. Yep. So you got 2 different artists.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it's really
cool concept. So much.
I've never really heard of a game that does anything like that. That's really interesting to me.
I'm excited.
So that is my number 4, Unconscious Mind. All right. Number 3. My number 3 is Last Light. from Roy Canada of Dice Tower fame and Epic Game Night fame. This would be higher on my list, to be honest, but we've already played it. We've already played this game. We loved it. It was great. If I didn't play... Because I guess it lowers your anticipation a little bit because you played it already.
We kind of know what we're going to be getting into.
But I went all in, crazy all in for this game. I'm so excited. It's a great 4X space game that you play in like 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy fast.
Less than an hour.
And they're really doing, like, what I am excited about too is, like, Roy had a really cool vision about the production and it was a worry because of the cost and things like that. But like, they're really going all in with that production and really going after what, like, their vision was for that. And it just looks like it's going to be really cool. I can't wait to see the finished product.
Yeah, it's got little acrylic planets and stuff. What's really cool about the game that Roy Kennedy, he loves space-themed games. But a lot of these heavy 4X games, they're kind of slow going.
Yeah.
Like, you have a round where you just don't do anything. And then you build
one
little ship, and you move that one little ship over, and you build some more ships, and it's kind of a slow grind. This game, you're out and conquering planets like first turn.
Well, you kind of have to if you go by the theme.
Yeah.
I mean, the sun's dying, peeps.
Yeah.
So you need to get some light. No, it's cool. I love the
yeah, it was.
Game so
we
much.
really enjoyed
I'm
our
so
play.
excited.
We played it. It was Roy, me, and you, and the Married with Board Games. Randy and Ellen. Yeah, we all played.
Yeah, that was fun.
We had a blast. We had a blast.
That game is so.
Really...
Oh my gosh! Oh, Crystal was there too.
Oh yeah, it was Crystal. We played a full 6
Crystal
player.
Dax. Yeah, like it was really cool game, really cool to chat with people, fun players too. It was like a really just well-rounded experience. But I don't know. I always get nervous when it's somebody's like really well. It's like their dream game, and you're like,
if I don't like this, what do I say?
But we didn't have to worry about that. It was really
loved
good.
It. It was one of those games when it's over, it's quick. It was over, and everybody's like, oh, I wish I would have done that. Oh, I can't believe you did that. Everyone was doing the same stuff you have. Same conversations you have at the end of an epic 4X game. We were having those same conversations, right?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
So it's really just throws you in the game, and you're off and running right off the bat.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And it's got not to talk too much about it, but it has the planets. Actually,
it's almost Lazy Susan.
It's rings. Right? The rings move. So I may be messing with Rebecca this turn, but then the rings rotate. Now I'm fighting someone else over here, and then they turn again. I'm fighting someone else, and it's your interaction is constantly changing. So,
yeah. Oh.
As you see, I'm excited. My excitement is growing as we go through these games.
I'm like, try not to hype, but hype.
Yeah, it's really good. All right, my number 2, another space theme. The only reason this one's higher is because we haven't played it yet. It's not out yet. This is a 4X Euro game in space.
But how do you attack?
I don't know. You tell me. That's why I'm so excited about it. And it's by the T guy, Tassini.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
It's a 4X Euro space game.
Okay.
Yeah, I tell you, I
like the theme.
It's Minecraft Games too, which makes epic games.
Okay, and that art on that cover looks really cool. I'm ready to try that out. Hey y'all, let's pop it in the chat. Good to see y'all.
I'm excited for this one.
That's gonna be I'm intrigued. Like,
but these all pale to number 1, which destroys all of them. You know about it. You may have already forgotten about it because I told you about it. My number 1 most anticipated game for 2023 is Dune War for Arrakis. This is the pseudo retheming of War of the Ring with the Dune IP on top.
That's right.
So it's rolling dice. Those dice control your actions. You're fighting. It's card play, multi-use cards. It's all that great gameplay from War of the Ring, but we're on Arrakis, and there's worms, and you're fighting, and there's spice, and all sorts of fun stuff. So 2 of my favorite IPs, War of the Ring, Dune. You're taking my favorite game of all time.
And like putting maybe. Oh, that's true. I haven't seen your
list. The new IP. Oh, so good.
Oh my gosh. You're going to be losing your mind. It's going to be hard to keep you seated to play that game.
I'm so excited. When I heard about this game, I went all in, sold. No hesitation.
This is why we're eating ramen.
Dune War of the Ring gameplay.
That's funny.
Oh, so good.
Wow.
So excited for this game.
Right?
So excited.
You can't spell spice without I and P.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This is just, I'm just so excited for this one.
I totally forgot about.
I figured you did.
I don't even remember.
So excited you bored to death.
Yeah, apparently all of a sudden it's like boom. Past my bedtime. But yeah, it's oh man, that's gonna be crazy. We should have like a big celebration of like we'll do a War of the Ring game and then play the Dune game and like
and throw which one we don't like the most, throw it in the trash.
Bye, Dune. Sorry. How dare you insinuate that we would do anything with a War of the Ring, sir?
Arrakis.
Ramen is good. I agree, teacher.
That is it, folks. That is my look back of 2022 anticipated games and my look forward to the 2023
You know what?
games.
You were like worried because you didn't have like 26 games again this year, but I'm like, you got a pretty good spread with that 11. Honestly, I'm really excited about those. Well, most of them. There's a couple. That John Company one.
Oh, the East India companies?
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. I think you might like it. That little color.
And then that giant train thing. I'll withhold judgment.
What train thing?
The one that you said it was like a train game or something. A big epic train thing or something.
No, that was last year.
Oh.
Yeah,
it hasn't come yet that I was like,
the other one
see, that was last year. Then we're good. See, look at that.
The horseless carriage.
Yeah. That's the one. The Spalater game.
I'll play Maple Valley with you if you play horseless carriage.
Sounds like a deal. I like this. I like this deal.
All right, folks. That is it for tonight. The look back and the look forward. We got to look at current because we got stuff to do.
We do.
My top 100 game of 10 set for this today did not come out. It will be coming out tomorrow. We just filmed it just now. It's been a crazy couple of days with all the snow and ice and wickedness outside. So my next top 10 will be tomorrow. Will come out tomorrow, Wednesday, and hopefully followed shortly thereafter the next day, the next set of 10. Next week will be a variety show.
Excellent.
So we'll be doing a variety show 1 week from tonight. But you know where you'll find us right now? In the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Click subscribe to join our wonderful viewer community.
Want to be notified when we upload a new video or go live? Click on the little bell below.